Hello students. So we have completed 14 questions in the third exercise. So let's start with the 15th one, the situational problems. As I told you in the previous video, I'm going to start, I'm not going to write the questions. Okay. So I'll just read it out. So there are 15th question, a contract on construction job specifies a penalty for delay of the work. Okay. There's a work and the contractor, the laborer, if he delays the work, then he has to pay a penalty. Okay, if he is delaying a work by 1 day, so the first day he'll pay how much? 200 rupees for the first day, 250 for the second day, rupees 300 for the third day. Okay, so it goes on like this. Now how much money the contractor has to pay as penalty if he has delayed the work by 30 days? Okay, so this is the question. So we get an AP here, isn't it? Therefore, the AP is, if you observe, first day delay. If he's delaying the work by 1 day, first day he has to pay 200. Say suppose he has delayed the work one more day. So first day he'll pay 200. Second day he has to pay 50 rupees more. It's not like every day 200. First day 200. If he delays the work one more day, 50 rupees extra. So 250. Again one more day delayed, he has to pay 300. Okay, it goes like this. Okay, now here a value is 30, sorry, a value is 200, the first term is 200, d value is 250 minus 200, which gives us 50. Okay, so we got the value of a and d. Now he has totally delayed the work by 30 days. So how much he is gonna pay? Not on the 30th day. That's not the question. How much money he is gonna pay on 30th day? No. For the entire 30 days of delay, what is the amount that he has paid? On the total amount that he has paid, which means I have to add everything: 200 plus 250 plus 300 plus 350, so on up to 30 numbers. Okay. So your n value is 30 because it is 30 days. So let's take the formula. Sn is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So n is 30. So 30 by 2, 2 into 200 plus n is 30 minus 1, d is 50. Okay. So 30 by 2 ones are 2 15s are. So 15, 2 into 200 is 400 plus 30 minus 1 is 29 into 50. Okay. So it becomes 15 into 400, 29 into 50, 100, 145, 1450. So you get 1450. So 15 into 1400 plus 450, 1450 plus 400, 1850. Okay, if you multiply, you get the answer. So let's multiply it. 0 5s are, you get 0 and 0. 5 5s are 25. 2 carry 5 ones are 575. Next 15 8s are, right, 120. You get plus and plus, so it's 120. Yeah, then 15 ones are 50. So you get 0 5 7 7 2, 27,750 rupees. Okay, so we get rupees, or let's write it, 27,750. Therefore, what is the amount that he pays? Rupees 27,750 rupees as penalty. Okay, this is the total amount that he's gonna pay in 30 days. Okay, it's very simple. It's very clearly it's an AP because 200, 250. There's a common difference. How many days we have to add it for 30 days? So n value is 30. You know the formula. Substitute it. You'll get it. Okay. Let's get into the next question. The next question is, a sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes. Okay, we have got 700 rupees and we have to divide it among 7 people who are the winners in some competition, some academic competition. They have won it. 7 people are getting cash prize. Now how is this cash prize? Say suppose first prize, we don't know what is the first prize. Let it be anything. Okay, the second prize will be 20 less than the first prize. The second prize will be 20 rupees less than the first prize. Similarly, the third prize will be again 20 rupees less than the second prize. Each prize will be less than the the bigger one, the previous one. Okay. Let the first price, be rupees X. I'll take the first price to be X, which implies the second price is how much? X minus 20, rupees X minus 20, isn't it? Because it is 20 rupees less. 20 rupees less in that sense, we have to minus it by 20. Similarly, third price. Okay. For this, I have to subtract by 20. So it becomes minus 20 minus 20, 40. So X minus 40. Okay, it goes on. Therefore, the AP is X, comma X minus 20, X minus 40, so on. Okay. Your A value is X, B value is X minus 20 minus X, plus X minus X gets cancelled, D values minus 20. What is the value of N? How many cash prizes do we have? 7 cash prizes, right? So N value is 7. Totally there are 7 cash prizes. And if I add all the 7 cash prizes, how much do we get? 700. Because 700 is divided into 7 cash prizes, right? So if you add it, you get back 700. So SN formula is N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. This is the formula. So SN, N value is 7. So S7 is equal to 7 by 2, 2 into X plus N minus 1. D value is minus 20. Okay. So S7, if you add everything, you get how much? 700. 700 is equal to 7 by 2, 2X. This N is 7. So let me put 7 here. 7 minus 1 is 6. So plus into minus minus. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 into 20 is 120. Let me directly do it. Okay. Here you can take 2 as common. So you'll be left with X minus 60. If you take 2 as common, 2 gets cancelled. So what are we left with? 700 is equal to 7 into X minus 60. Isn't it? Let me continue here. Let me continue. The 7 is in multiplication. The 7 is in multiplication. If it comes, this will become division. 700 by 7 is equal to X minus 60. So 7 ones are 700s. So 100 is equal to X minus 60. Minus 60 to the other side. It will become plus 60 equal to X, which implies X is 160. Which means X is what? X is our first price. So our first price is 160 rupees. Second price 140 rupees. Third price 120 rupees. Fourth price 100 rupees. Each price is 20 less. So fifth price 980 rupees. Sixth price 60 rupees. Seventh price 40 rupees. Okay, this is how the cash price is divided. So let's repeat it again. I took the first price as X. We don't know what's the first price, but we know that the second price is 20 less than the first. The third is 20 less than the second. The fourth is 20 less than the third. We know that stuff. So we got an AP. Find A and D. There are 7 cash price, so N value is 7. If I add everything, it will give you 700 because 700 is divided into 7 parts. So substitute in the formula, you will get the answer. Okay. This is the 16th question. Okay. Let's get into the next 17th question. So in a school, students have decided to plant trees in order to reduce pollution. Okay. In order to reduce pollution, students have decided to plant trees. Okay. Now, how are they planting? What is the pattern here? Now, 17th one. Okay. The number of trees planted is equal to the class that they are studying in. If I am studying in first standard, okay, all the students together, they plant 1 tree. Okay, first the class 1 will plant only 1 tree. Class 2 will plant 2 trees. Class 3, third standard will plant 3 trees. The number of trees is equal to the class number. Okay, if I am studying in 10th standard, that class will plant 10 trees. Okay, and how many classes have we got? From first standard to 12th standard, and each class has got 3 sections. Okay, so let's write it like this. Class 1, class 2, class 3, so on up to class 12. Okay, there are 3 sections: A section, B section, C section. From A section we get one tree, from B section one tree, from C section one tree, because class 1 will plant only one tree. So on the whole total we get 3 trees. Similarly, class 2, 2 trees from A section, 2 trees from B section, 2 trees from C section. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6 trees. On the whole 6 trees. So 3 trees, 3, 3. So on the whole 9 trees. So on. So 12 trees, 12, 12. So we get 36. So this is our AP. 3, 6, 9. We have to find the total number of trees. So we have got the AP. Therefore, the AP is 3, 6, 9. So on up to 36. So A value is 3, D value is also 3, N value is 12. How many classes are there? How many numbers are there? 12, because we have got 12 classes, so 12 numbers. So let's use the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus An. Therefore, S12 is equal to 12 by 2, A is 3, An is 36. So 12 by 2 gives you 6, 6 into 39. So it gives how many trees? S12 is equal to 234. Yeah, 234. So the total number of trees planted by the entire school is, 234 trees. From each class we calculated the total number of trees. From class 1 it is 3 because there are 3 sections. From class 2 6, from class 3 9. So we got all the things. This is an AP. Find A value, D value. N is 12 because there are 12 classes. So N is 12. So use the formula, you will get the answer. Okay, this is regarding the 17th one. Okay, where we found the number of trees. Okay, in the next question, 18th one, a problem based on spiral. Okay, a spiral is made up of consecutive semicircles with centers alternatively at A and B. Okay, we have got a spiral, okay, which is made up of semicircles. Okay. Now in this question, we have to find the length of the 13 semicircle which are used to form the spiral. Okay, let's do that. 13 semicircles. Let me draw the figure also. So here, let's say we have got a line, 2 points A and B. With A as center, I'm going to draw a semicircle like this. Okay. Now with B as center, I'm going to draw another semicircle like this. Now again with A as center and this length as radius. Okay, keep your needle here, your pencil here, draw a semicircle. Okay. Now here, take this as the center, draw a semicircle. You're continuing the process, okay, by which we are getting a spiral. It keeps on going. Okay, we are getting a spiral. So if you observe, this is our first semicircle, this is our second one, this is our third one, the bottom one will be fourth, and this will be our fifth, so on. So we have got semicircles like this. Totally how many semicircles? 13 semicircles. Okay. And we have to find the length of the semicircle. Basically, this length is nothing but the half of circumference. So circumference is nothing but the length of the boundary. If I take a circle, what is this length? Imagine I have constructed a circle using a rope. Okay. Imagine this is a circle constructed using a rope. Okay. If I cut this rope, okay, and make it straight, you get a length, right? This length is known as circumference. Okay. This length you can fold it in the shape of a circle, isn't it? So this outer length, boundary length, is known as circumference. For full circle, it is 2 pi r for the entire circle. But if it is a semicircle, then it is half, right? So it becomes pi r. So length of a semicircle is given by pi r. Okay. Now, as you can see here, all the semicircles that we have different radius. This very clearly, this has different radius. This is bit big, right? So this has different, this has different. All the radius are different. Okay. So they have given the first radius is 0.5 centimeter. The second radius is 1.0 centimeter. The third radius is 1.5 centimeter. The fourth one is 2 centimeter and so on. Each time the radius is increasing by 0.5. Okay. Here we have to find the length of semicircle, the total length of 13 semicircles. First, let's find individually. Length of first semicircle. The length is given by pi r. Since it is first, I'll take it as pi r1. So pi r1 is 0.5. So it becomes 0.5 pi centimeters. Okay, that is the length of the first semicircle. Similarly, the length of second semicircle. How do you find the length? Pi r. But it is second, so let's take it as pi r2. So pi into 1, so which becomes 1 pi centimeter. That is the length. Similarly, the length of third semicircle. Pi r3. So pi into 1.5, so it becomes 1.5 pi centimeter. If you observe, these lengths are forming an AP. 0.5 pi, 1 pi, 1.5 pi, next 2 pi, 2.5 pi. These are forming an AP. Okay. Therefore, the AP is 0.5 pi, 1 pi, 1.5 pi, and so on. Okay. We are forming an AP here. Okay, I mean we got an AP here. Okay, now we have to add all this. We have to find the total length of 13 semicircles. So this length plus this, so totally 13. Since we have got an AP, we know we can do it easily. So A value is 0.5 pi. B value is also 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5 pi. N value is 13 because totally there are 13 semicircles. Okay, let's use the formula. Sn is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So n value is 13. So 13 by 2. 2 into a is 0.5 pi plus n value is 13. So 13 minus 1 gives me 12. 12 into 0.5 pi. Remember, whenever you multiply any number with 0.5, it becomes half. So for example, 10 into 0.5 becomes 5. 100 into 0.5, 50. Because 0.5 is half, right? So 100 into half of 100 is 50. So 0.5 into 4, it becomes 2. 0.5 into 9 becomes 4.5. 0.5 into 30 becomes 15. Okay. Similar way, 13 by 2, 2 into 0.5 becomes 1. 2 into 0.5 becomes 1. 1 pi. 12 into 0.5 becomes 6 pi. Okay. So you get 13 by 2 into 1 pi plus 6 pi is 7 pi. Okay. Let me continue here. Okay. Let me continue here. So S13 is equal to 13 by 2 into 7 pi. That's what we have got. Now let's substitute the value of pi. Pi is 22 by 7. 7 ones are 7 ones are 2 ones are 2 11s are. So we have got 13 into 11, which gives us 143. Which means the total length is 143 centimeters. If you find the length of the 13 semicircles that we have, if you add all the length of the 13 semicircles, we get it as 143 centimeters. Okay, this is the problem. It's very simple. We have to find the length of 13 different semicircles. We have different semicircles. Okay, so I found the length of the first one, second one, third one, but fortunately these are forming an AP. Since they are forming an AP, I did not find all the 13. If it is not forming an AP, then I should have found all the 13 lengths, then added everything. But it is very clear these are forming an AP. So you got an AP, you know A value, D value, and N value is known. Use the formula to get the S13. Okay. So let's continue the next problem. Okay, students, let's continue with the next one. So 19th question, we have got, there are 200 logs stacked in the following manner. Stacked in the sense one above the other. Okay, how you stack your books one top of the other. Okay, in the school rack. In the same way, the wood logs are stacked. That is 20 logs in the bottom. Okay, 19 in the top and 18 and so on. Okay, this basically, they've also given the figure. You can refer the textbook. Okay, so we have got 20 logs, wood logs in the bottom. Then on top of it, we have got 19. On top of it, we have got 18. We are stacking in this manner. Okay. If you stack it in this manner, how many rows? This is first one, second one, third one. Similar, how many rows do you need totally to stack 200? On the whole, 200. This is 20, 19, 18, then 17, 16. So if you add everything, you should get 200. Okay. So totally there are 200 wood logs. Totally there are 200 wood logs. You have to start arranging. 20 in the bottom, next one will be 19, next one will be 18. Like this, how many rows are you gonna get? That's the question. Okay, and how many wood logs will you have on the top? Okay. So here, the first one is 20, next is 19, next 18, 17, so on. So this is forming an AP. So A value is 20, D value is -1. 19 minus 20 gives you -1. Okay. Now, the thing that we know is if I add all the wood logs, first row, second row, third row, fourth row, if I add everything, I don't know how many rows are there, but I know that if I add everything, I get 200. So Sn is 200. Okay, this is given. So below Sn, let's write its formula. What is the formula? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So I'm replacing Sn by its formula equals to 200. Now n by 2, 2a is 20. 2 into 20 plus n minus 1. D value is -1 equal to 200. Okay. So n by 2, 2 into 20 is 40. Plus into minus, 1 into n, 1n, minus into minus plus 1 into 1 is 1. Okay, equal to 200. So 40 plus 1 becomes 41. So it becomes 41 minus 1n equals 200. Okay. Now if you observe, you cannot take 2 common here. So send this 2 to the other side. So it becomes n into 41 minus 1n equals 200 into 2. That was in division. If it comes inside, it will become multiplication. So multiply n into 41 is 41n. N into -1 is -1n square equal to 400. Let me send everything to the other side because the coefficient of n square, if it is positive, it's a bit easy to solve. Okay. So 0 equals 400. 41 to the other side minus 41 minus n square to the other side will become plus 7n square. Rearrange it. Okay, if you rearrange it, it becomes 1n square minus 41n plus 400. Let's write it in the other way. 1n square minus 41n plus 400 equal to 0. 0 equals this or this is equal to 0. Both are one and the same. So it is in the standard form. It's a quadratic equation which is in the standard form. Let's find the value of A, B, C. A value is, okay, let me write it here. A value is 1. B value is minus 41, C value is 400. A is coefficient of n square, coefficient of n with the sign is B, C is the number without any variable. Next step is to multiply A and C. So 1 into 400 gives you 400, that is positive 400. Okay, which means if I multiply, I should get 400. Since it is positive, if I add them, I should get this B value. Okay. 400 is a big number. We won't be able to find it easily. So let's prime factorize it. 200s are 200s are 250, 225s are 5 5s are 5 1s are. Here, your wish. You can make the group. Here, what should you do? You have to make the 2 groups, right? I've discussed the same thing in the previous videos. You're supposed to make 2 groups. So let's take all this 2 as one group. All this 5 as one group. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 5 5s are 25. So 16 and 25. If you multiply, you will get this. If you add, you get 41. Yes, you will get 41. Therefore, the numbers are 16 and 25. So I am adding it to get 41. I should get negative 41. So minus 16 minus 25. Okay. Because negative 16, negative 25 gives me negative 41. Okay. Now the 1n square as it is, instead of this middle one, let's introduce these two. Minus 16n minus 25n plus 400 equal to 0. Take common. What is common? N is common. So n minus 16. Here whatever sign is there, write it as it is. 25 will be common. Okay. N. This plus will change. Okay. Whenever minus is outside the bracket, this plus will change to minus. So n minus 16, n minus 16. I can take it as common. N minus 25 will be left out, equal to 0. Product of two things is 0, any one should be 0. So which implies n minus 16 is 0 or n minus 25 is equal to 0. I've already discussed these things in the previous videos, which implies n is 16 or n is 25. Now remember, you are getting both as positive. There was one question in which we solved, n was negative, another one was positive. Since it's negative, we eliminated it. We took the positive one. But here, you are getting two things, but you cannot take both as correct, because in the situation, any one thing will be correct. Okay. Why? Because you got 200 logs, you cannot arrange them in 16 rows as well as 25 rows following the pattern, this pattern. 20 first, then 19, then 18, then 17. If you go in this pattern, you cannot do it in two ways. One in 16 rows, another one in 25 rows. That is not at all possible. We will get to know why it is not possible also. Mathematically also we can do it. And it is common sense. I've got 20, okay, then 19, 18, 17, 16. I'm arranging in this way, okay. I've got only 200 wood logs. It is going to exhaust at some point, okay. So this is telling it is going to exhaust at the 16th row itself, okay, makes sense. But this is telling it is going to exhaust at 25th row. Contradictory, right? Like this is telling as you arrange 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, first row 20, second row 19, then 18, then 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. If you go like this is telling the woods will get exhausted at the 16th row. 16th will be the last. Moreover, you cannot arrange because you don't have any wood logs. But this is telling you can go up to 25th. That is not possible, right? Two different things. Okay. Mathematically also we can prove that out of these two only one is possible. Okay. How? Let's do it. Now let's find how many wood logs are there on the top. This is the last row, right? So let's find. For n is equal to 17, 16, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, which implies a16 will become a plus 15d. Your a value is 20, d value is minus 1, so you get 20 minus 15, which is 5. So on the top row, you will have 5 wood logs. Okay. For n is equal to 25, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d is the formula. So a25 will become a plus 24d. So a is 20, d is minus 1. So 24 into 20 minus 24, you get minus 4, which means on the top row, last one, top, very top, how much you got? Minus 4 wood logs. How many wood logs are there? Minus 4 wood logs. Does it make sense? How many chocolates you have got? 4 chocolates. Makes sense. But how many chocolate you have? Minus 4 chocolate. Doesn't make sense. Okay. You cannot have negative wood logs. Okay. This is not possible because this value is not correct. So out of these two values, which is the correct value? N equals 16. Okay. This is not possible. This is not possible. Therefore, n is equal to 16. Therefore, n is equal to 16, which means if you arrange in this manner, 20, 19, 18, totally how many rows do you get? 16 rows. Okay. And the 16, the top row will have how much? 5 wood logs. Okay. So we have completed with the 19th one. There's one more last one problem. So let's discuss that. Okay. In this question, the last one, the setup is like this. We have got a bucket. Okay. And we have 10 potatoes which are placed like this. The first potato is at a distance of 5 meters. Okay. The first potato is at a distance of 5 meters. The second potato is at a distance of 3 meters. Okay. And similarly, the consecutive potatoes, again, only the first one is at a distance of 5 meters from the bucket. The second one is at a distance of 3 meters from the first one. From here to here, 3 meters. Again, the third potato, the fourth, the fifth, 6, so on. Okay, totally there are 10 potatoes. So distance between them is 3 meter. Okay, we have a competitor near the bucket. The starting point is the bucket itself. This is a race. Okay, the competitor has to start from the bucket itself. From here, this is a starting point. He has to go collect the potato, bring it back, put it in the bucket. Go collect it, bring it back, put it in the potato. Go collect it, get it and put it in the bucket. This is the competition that she has to do. Okay. Now what are we interested in? We are interested in finding the distance that she covers. In doing so, what is the distance that she is traveling or covering? From she goes here, comes back, puts the potato. She goes, comes back, puts the potato. Goes, comes back, puts the potato. She is covering some distance, right, each time. So what is the total distance covered to put all the 10 potatoes in the bucket? This is the question. Okay. Now, distance covered to put or place the first potato in the bucket will be how much? The starting point is here. She goes 5 meter and comes back 5 meter. So it will be 10 meters. 5 plus 5. Okay. Similarly, distance covered to put the second potato in the bucket. She goes from here to here. 5 plus 3, 8. Comes back 8. 8 meters going, 8 meters coming back. So 8 plus 8 is 16. Okay. Similarly, distance covered, third potato. So 5 plus 3 plus 3. So it becomes 11 going, coming back 11. 11 plus 11 is 22. Now you have to do this for all the 10 potatoes actually. But then if you observe, this is forming an AP. 10, 16, 22. Obviously the next one will be 28. This is forming an AP. Since it is forming an AP, therefore the AP is 10, 16, 22, so on. Okay. Now you know the value of A, which is 10. D value is 6. N value is 10 because there are 10 potatoes. This is the distance covered for first potato. Second, third. Similarly, 10 potatoes are there. So N value is 10. So let's use the formula. Sn is equal to N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay. So N value is 10. So 10 by 2 into 2, A is 10. Again, N value is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 into 6. So 10 by 2 gives you 5. 2 into 10 is 20. 9 into 6 is 54. Okay. So what do we get? S10 is equal to 5 into 74. Isn't it? So it becomes 350, 370. Okay. S10 is equal to 370. Which means the total distance that she covers in placing all the potatoes in the bucket. To put all the potatoes in the bucket, the total distance traveled by her will be 370 meters. Okay, everything is in meters, so it will be 370 meters. You have to write it at the last. The total distance that the girl travels will be, or the competitor travels will be 370 meter. Okay. So with this, we have completed the exercise, all the exercise problems of the AP chapter. I hope you guys have understood. Thank you, students. See you in the next chapter.